Love and blessings. Love and blessings to you this Slow Down Sunday here at the Sweet Spot. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me conclude this amazing series, this extraordinary series we've had on the power of your secret sauce. We're going to slow it down because it's Slow Down Sunday. So I don't want to bring too much of that Monday energy. We're going to get to that tomorrow for Making Moves Monday. But yeah, today it's about slowing down and bringing it all together. Beautiful souls, thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. This is Slow Down Sunday, as I've been saying. You are in the sweet spot. You've made it to the end of a powerful week. And today we pause. But don't confuse stillness with weakness. In this loud, fast, constantly scrolling world, stillness is the boldest move you can make, my friend. It's rebellion. It's recovery. And most of all, it's the sauce. Because all week long, we've been talking about the secret sauce. And today we're adding the final ingredient into your secret sauce. Before we get going on that, I'd like to recap. I'd love to just go back with you in time. Remember Making Moves Monday when we started this week? We opened with courage, the kind that moves quietly but decisively. The sauce starts with stillness before motion, and inside of that motion, there's courage underneath. On Tuesday, in Take Action Tuesday, we activated alignment, that sweet spot where your actions match your purpose. When you move in alignment, the world moves with you and things start to hum. Win It All Wednesday. Remember? We tapped into the unshakableness of resilience. That your bounce back is built in, but only if you give yourself the time to bend and to morph and to shape and to come back. You have to consciously do it. Thursday, Trust Yourself Thursday, we honored intuition. Silence isn't empty. It's where the inner voice finally gets heard. That deep trust in you. Do you remember Finish Strong Friday, how we dug deep into consistency? That we said that greatness doesn't shout, it repeats, it refines, and it shows up consistently. Saturday, yesterday, we restored our energy, remember? That was one of the big ingredients, finding and protecting our energy, remembering that we are not looking at rest as a retreat, but as a refinement. Every one of those ingredients, every single one that we did all week, they marinate in stillness, in slowing down. That's why this Slow Down Sunday matters. And that's why we don't go to the neuroscience on Sundays. We go into the astrophysics. We look at the galaxies and the cosmos for answers. And who knows, maybe the cosmos and the galaxies are looking for us in some way. You ever notice how the most majestic things in this universe, the stars, the planets, the phenomenon called black holes, how they all form in silence? Nothing in this universe of real major power is ever super loud. The very oxygen you're breathing right now makes no sound. Remove it from the room and we're done. We're out of here. You go to the subway or the train and that third rail where all that electricity is running makes absolutely no sound. But you don't want to touch it. You don't want to put your foot there because that'll be the end of that. So yeah, still waters run very deep in this universe. And the depth of this universe is about stillness and silence. And we can take a lesson from there to add to our secret sauce. Look, maybe you're not into all this universal stuff that I'm talking about. Maybe this is too cosmic for you. Let's get very practical. Coffee. Coffee. You know that if you're a coffee drinker, you don't rush a good brew. The best flavors develop slowly. It's the same with the stars. These principles are everywhere. It's the same with you. Your sauce? It needs that cosmic brew time, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Even when you consider like a microwave, think of a microwave. Even after that beep, the food keeps cooking. You have to let it sit there for a few seconds. They tell you to do that. Like, don't just rip it out of the microwave after you hear the beep. Let it sit for a second. In your life, insights come after the moment. Insights come when you take a second to breathe. Don't skip that moment. Stillness is not empty, my friend. It's where flavor deepens. Yeah. Stillness is a part of who you are. Lil Wayne, he said, I'm still the same. I just got better at being me. I love that lyric. Stillness doesn't change your identity. It reveals it. And the neuroscience backs us up. But we're not going to do that today. We're not going to let the neuroscience come in and back us up. I want to go there, but I'm going to stay in the cosmic astrophysics realm with you. Let's look at tides. Tides move with rhythm. High tide, low tide. Not constant surge, but steady breath. When we slow down, we move like the ocean. Powerful because we know when to pause. Lighthouses don't chase ships. You ever notice that? What does a lighthouse do? They stay still. The lighthouses, they just stand there and guide the ships in. That's leadership in its purest form. That's a whole other series we want to do on the lighthouse and how the lighthouse really allows leadership to really take its full breath of being present, steady, stable, and bring others in. Stillness is not passive, it's powerful. It's perspective, it's presence. In the Tao, it says, do nothing, and nothing is left undone. That's a Wu Wei art of effortless action from Chinese philosophy. Sometimes not forcing is the most forceful thing you can do. Buddhism teaches us the same thing. Buddhism puts it this way: in the silence of the heart, God speaks. That quiet isn't absence. Quiet does not mean absence. You know what quiet means? Quiet means access. When we get quiet, we access. We have access to other things. Gospel music even echoes some of what I'm saying. Have you ever heard James Cleveland? I'm going total old school on you right now. James Cleveland, if you've not heard him sing Peace Be Still, oh my goodness, you are missing something. Ask your device to play it. Peace be still. When the storms are raging, when the winds are blowing, when everything is going insane, peace be still is all God has to say. That's all you have to say. I'm not calling it denial when you say peace be still. I'm calling it defiance. Yes. When we say peace be still, we are acting with the authority of the divine power that God has put in us, and we're being defiant. It's defiant It's divine defiance when you say, peace, be still in the middle of whatever your circumstance is. That's working with your sauce. Yeah. Psalm 46, be still and know. Be still and know something. When you get still, you start accessing, like I said before, knowledge. You start accessing divine inspirations. You get insights. Be still, the psalm says, and know. Know that I am God. Stillness isn't stopping, it's stepping into trust. The God who formed the galaxies did so in silence. So maybe our stillness isn't really about our stalling or anything like that. Maybe we're just syncing up. We're syncing with God. Maybe that's what's happening. So silence and stillness and surrender are all about syncing with our most divine power. Wow. Look, we've got to recharge. It's Slow Down Sunday. That's why we're having this conversation about the ingredient that is so important right now, which is stillness. You don't get a full charge on your phone if you're always using it when you're trying to charge it up. You ever notice that? Sometimes my phone battery runs dead. I plug it in, and after 3 seconds, I'm in there trying to tap on it to get it to do stuff. It needs the moment. It needs the time to recharge. So give yourself an hour today. Don't let anybody be pushing on your buttons. Give yourself an hour. No output, just cosmic charging time to recalibrate, to let your glymphatic system, remember we talked about that yesterday? To let your glymphatic system sort of clean out your brain, that kind of thing. Let your blood vessels relax. Let your blood pressure come down. Yeah, I want you to recharge. I want you to be like that lighthouse I mentioned earlier. Sometimes you have to act like the lighthouse. Stand still, hold still. Let your light be the guide. Don't rush around like a speedboat trying to get everything done. You be the lighthouse today. Stay still. Let your light shine. Don't react. Even if you're having a tough conversation, even if you're getting yelled at, even if you're in a position where you want to react and do all that, practice stillness. Practice your lighthouse move. The lighthouse is not shakable. It just sits there. That's who you are. You ever notice how your Wi-Fi also, like if your Wi-Fi isn't working, you don't get the downloads, like you're looking for something, and my wife Darcel will say, hey, turn your Wi-Fi on and off or something, or like check your Wi-Fi. And I'm like, oh yeah, I need Wi-Fi to get the download. Well, what's the message? Wisdom wants to download to you, but it can't if you're rushing around. So that's why I'm asking you to be still. That's why your secret ingredient for your secret sauce on Slow Down Sunday today is about being still. Stillness isn't weakness, my friend. It's the womb of wisdom. It's where wisdom is born in your stillness. The universe doesn't rush. You ever notice that? We talked about that. It doesn't rush. The universe is in no rush. The seasons will change when they change. It will rain when it rains. The sun will rise when it rises. It will set when it sets. The universe doesn't rush. And guess what? It's undefeated. Let's take a lesson from the universe. Let's take a lesson from the cosmos. So slow isn't soft. You know what it is? It's strong enough to last. Slow isn't soft, my friends. It's strong enough to last. So your secret sauce has been brewing all week. This final ingredient, stillness, is the key. It's the moment where everything you have learned sinks in, settles, simmers, and strengthens to come together to be the secret sauce that's going to get you through. SAUCE. Remember it. The self-awareness, that S. Remember that? Oh, I know you know what I'm talking about. The alignment, the A, aligning with your actions and your values. You remember. And then the U in sauce, that unshakable self-expression, that unshakableness you have about your resilience. Yes, yes, yes. And then that C, that consistency. You're not going to do 10,000 different kicks. You're going to do one kick. Do your thing the way you do it, that only you can do, and you do it repeatedly. You'll do one kick 10,000 times as opposed to trying to do 10,000 kicks one time. You're going to become super consistent. You're going to be consistent like the universe, because when the universe wants to flex, it gets consistent. That's going to be your flex too. Let consistency be your flex. And then E, energy. That powerful energy that you're going to preserve and protect through your self-care and where we are today with stillness. So today, my friend, resist the rush. Be the still point in a spinning world. Let your Sundays be the simmer, the slow cooker, the space where divine downloads and soul upgrades just kind of take root in you, because you have consciously decided to slow down, to pull yourself out of the race. You've been to church, or you've been to your place of worship, you've done your Sunday routines, but you're going to take a moment to be still, to surrender, to be in silence, to connect with your deepest self, to know what God wants from you. I hope you found this entire series useful. I look forward to hearing about your secret sauce and how you're going to marinate that sauce and how you're going to flow in that sauce. Remember, a lot of folks are going to chase the juice. You perfect your sauce. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening all week long here on The Secret Sauce. And we love seeing you here at The Sweet Spot. If you liked what you heard, please feel free to share it with your friends and family. And absolutely subscribe if you haven't already. Love and blessings, and I'll see you next week. I'll see you for Making Moves Monday. Sweets out.